so I'm live. Alright, so basically the problem that most people ask me, yo, what's up? Alright, so basically the question that people ask me the most is because I know I talked about one time where I said it took me 2 years to get to 200 subscribers, and then I changed something about my channel, and then my channel grew from like 0 to like 3K in like a year. So people are always like, oh, what do you do? So doing a Q&A, I wanted to answer that question first, and then after then people can ask me all different questions. So obviously there's many different ways you can grow a YouTube channel, but most of them I think is common sense, but I've realised that a lot of people don't do it. So the way YouTube works is obviously tags work. I don't know why people think tags don't work. So what you need to do, the most important thing in terms of YouTube, in my opinion, is triple keywords. So what triple keywords is if you have something in your title, you have that same thing in your tags, and then you have that same phrase in your description. So what then happens is YouTube's algorithm, whatever, picks up that basically there's no way that this video can't be about this topic. So what it does is it ranks your video over all other videos. And the thing about YouTube is, if you're a small YouTuber, there's only one way people can find you, and that's by search, because your video doesn't get enough traction to be suggested, and you don't have subscribers in the first place to watch your videos. So what you really want to do is always use triple keywords. Like, it sounds complicated, I'll try to explain it better, but then what happens is your videos rank over other videos. So let me give you a good example. I made a video about Gosha Rubchinskiy. It was when the controversy was going on, and then I had, let's say, like 1,000 subscribers. So obviously when I released my video, it had, I think, 500 views, and then after other YouTubers started releasing their own videos. But the reason why, if you search Gosha Rubchinskiy now, my video comes up and not other people's videos, because all the bigger YouTubers that made videos on Gosha Rubchinskiy didn't use triple keywords. So what then happened was other videos with like 30,000 views, 40,000 views, were actually, if you search Gosha Rubchinskiy, was showing up under my video. So literally all you need to do if you want to grow a YouTube channel is just learn how YouTube works. Like, it's actually not that hard at all. Like, just use triple keywords, that's the main thing, and use the right tags. So with tags, you want to actually tag things that people are searching. So there's no point, no offense to bigger YouTubers, but like, I literally feel like if I got paid, like if I was given a job to help bigger YouTubers get more views, it would be so easy. Because every time I go on bigger YouTubers' channels and I look at the tags they use, just like, just, you know, just for fun, just to see what tags are these guys using. And they'll have like 3 tags, and it'll be like fashion, their channel name, and then something else. So literally all their views are just their subscribers and suggested. None of their views come from people searching YouTube, which is terrible. Like, that means they did not maximize like the views they could get from that video. So that's why, me learning this now, I don't feel the need to clickbait videos and like give misleading titles. All I need to do is just master triple keywords, use the right tags, and then the people that are looking for that video will 100% find it. So literally that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. That's the ease. That's literally, that's the trick to grow on YouTube. Like, it's not rocket science. And if you're a bigger YouTuber and you're watching this, use triple keywords and you'll get more views, trust me, and use the right tags. So all you need to do to find out what the right tags are, just go on YouTube, search whatever your title's going to be about, and then whatever comes up, put that in your title and in your tags, because that's what people are actually searching for. It's not rocket science. That's literally, how many minutes has the stream been on? 5 minutes, yep. Those are all the secrets to growing on YouTube. That's it. Like, it's actually that simple. And I don't know why no one has talked about that. But yeah, that's how to grow. So obviously I'll answer questions now. Let's see. Negro is like, give me a shout out. Why is your name Negro? That's funny. Rohan says, I appreciate the insight. Yeah, literally it's so easy to go on YouTube. I don't know why. Well, it makes me sound like a prick. Obviously it's not easy. Like, you have to make good content that people want to watch. You have to be unique, all that other gibberish. But a lot of channels are already like that, but they still don't grow. So yeah. Love from Atlanta, Georgia. No, my American accent's terrible. I'm gonna stop. Watching you in New York City. Love your channel. Yo, thanks a lot. That was anticlimactic. Oh my god. How do you stay consistent and knowing what to put out? Okay, so personally, when I made this channel, it's supposed to be about just discussing high-end fashion and just fashion in general, but more seriously, because other YouTube channels, they talk about fashion, but it's more like entertainment value. I don't think people are actually having serious discussions about fashion, so that was what I wanted this channel to be about. And the thing is, you can't run out of video ideas if your channel's about that. Like, I have a series on my channel that's like Who Is, where I talk about designers, what they do, and there's so many designers, there's just no way I could run out of video ideas. Like, I haven't done big designers like Who Is Rei Kawakubo, Who Is Yohji Yamamoto, Who Is Issei Miyake. Like, and those are my favourite designers, so those ideas. And then also, I have a spreadsheet on my laptop, and every time I just think of a video idea, I just write it down. So right now on my spreadsheet, there's like 1,010 video ideas. So imagine if I posted every single day using those video ideas, I will have video ideas for the next like 4 years. So yeah. Can't run out of ideas. It's not physically possible. Let's see if there's any more questions. Hold up. What software do I use to edit? Adobe Premiere Pro. I wouldn't suggest everyone uses it, because for me it was kind of an investment. It's quite expensive. I have the student version. It's like, I think £16 a month, and I've had that for like 3 years, so it's a lot of money. Let's see. How would I get people to take me seriously as a designer without having a background / degree in fashion? I see a lot of people and their brands dismissed for that reason. Alright, let's see. So, I don't think everyone is dismissed for that reason. I just think if you're a bad designer, you're dismissed for that reason. So, Virgil Abloh, but then again, he's not really dismissed, is he? Because he works for Louis Vuitton. But in the grand scheme of things, I feel like if you have a good brand, you're not going to be dismissed. I actually, yeah, not everyone has a degree in fashion. And if you have a different degree, like I'm trying to get a chemical engineering degree, if I was to start a brand, I would make it so based on the materials I use that the focus would be more on the fact that, oh yeah, he's an engineer, that's why he focuses on materials, rather than he's not a good designer because he doesn't have a fashion design degree. So I guess it's how you market yourself, I would say. Juan Rangel. Yo, what's up? What do you film with? Sony A6500. Let me type that down. Even successful people like Jerry Lorenzo. Yeah, but it's because Jerry Lorenzo and Virgil don't really market themselves properly, in my opinion. Like, Virgil's no offense, but like, Virgil is an engineer. Do you know how hard it is to get an engineering degree? Like, bro, I study engineering now. Like, Virgil's a genius. Like I think he needs to market. He needs to design his clothes with like better materials and stuff, and then his selling point should be more on the fact that he's an engineer. I don't know. I think he tried to do that, but with all these lines and stuff, I don't think it was good enough. I think he needs something better. How would, say, a medic do that? So if you're a medic, I don't know, you could like base your designs around medicine, stuff like that. Because basically your whole point of it is, if you have a degree, you want your brand to focus on that degree. So subconsciously people focus on the fact that that's what you studied rather than fashion design. But obviously on top of that you have to have really good, like well designed clothes, use good materials, don't print on Gildan or stuff like that. Yeah, except for techwear, nobody cares about quality of materials and skills, unfortunately. Yeah, it's terrible. Personally, as a chemical engineer and someone who like interned at 2 brands, especially sustainable brands, to me, quality over anything. And personally, I'm a minimalist, and I don't know if you guys know this, but like obviously I talked about this with my friends, and I have this brand idea. Like I want to start a brand, but I just don't have the means to. So I've had this idea for like 2 years. And the designs won't be brash, it will literally just be the best quality materials and like some minimalistic stuff, because that's just the type of stuff I wear. I don't really like stuff with loads of branding and all that sort of stuff anyway. Bare knuckles is sick, it's like really limited though, so I can never really buy anything, it's fucked. What are your favourite YouTube channels about fashion? You know what, yeah, people ask me this question a lot. Let me just, instead of saying what my favourite YouTube channels are, I'm going to go on my subscriptions and see who I'm subscribed to. Just wait for this to finish loading. Actually no, let me check my phone because my laptop's taking too long. Alright, so my fashion subscriptions. First is Lizzie Hadfield. Not sure if you know her, she does that Testing Basics series, I really like that. Her style is more mature, more classic, more chic, more British heritage type stuff. Kai Bentley, Levi Bentley, no offence to them, it isn't really for the fashion aspect, but more the entertainment factor, let's say that. The Casual, really sick channel, Japanese fashion. Let's see, Denzel Dion, entertainment, not really for the fashion. There's this channel, I don't know how to pronounce it, she's like French. It's Lee Coin de Lodi. Let me just write it down, Wait, because I don't want to butcher this French name. Then, alright, let's keep going through these channels. Unknown Vlogs, talked about him enough on this channel. Goon Worldwide, he's like a techwear guy. This is Antoine as well, techwear. TikTok Sully just talks about fashion news, so he's actually a good one to check out. Let me write that down. Let's see, who else? Hortler Mode, of course I'm subscribed to him. The Lineup, Anthony DeLuca. I'm just assuming you know who these people are. Northerbor, I've talked about him, he does like vintage type stuff. So let me write that down. Let's see who else. Brave New Wear. Oh yeah, he's a really good channel you need to check out. Brave New Wear is like high-end fashion, but he discusses stuff about fashion, similar to my channel as well. The Bants, he talks about fashion news. Most of these channels are small channels, no offense to bigger channels, but I feel like when channels get big, they lose their originality and just start chasing views, and I just get put off it. Brian, man like Brian, he vlogs streetwear, London. Let's write that down. Then, let's see who else. Club Mint. I don't think she's released a video in ages. Yeah, 7 months. But she was like, she used to talk about Rick Owens all the time. She used to talk like Rick, but yeah, hopefully she comes back. Club Mint, if you're watching this, we want to come back. Who else? Heidi's Closet, or Heidi's Closet, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. They talk about like streetwear, but I really like their channel. It's like really unique. Then let's see. Kaylee McKenzie. I'm just guessing you know who she is. Alex Zavaios, he talks about streetwear. The Sugar Woman, very similar to my channel, so definitely check her out. She talks about fashion history just like me. Gear Toward Gear, that's Avery. Payday Pickups, he vlogs. He's actually my friend as well. We go to the same university. And Sanjeev, of course. I don't know why he's at the bottom of the list, but okay. Sanjeev, the God of Style, on YouTube. Probably has the best style on YouTube, no debate. Like, it's not even up for debate. Let's see who else I've got on this list. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's another guy, Noel Babatunde. He does like vintage stuff, so definitely check him out. And yeah, that's it. Those are all the channels I'm subscribed to. So wait, let me go through these comments. I think minimalism can work with over branding so long as it's done right, such as how we associate a cold war with a certain design language. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Haute Le Mode, yeah, Haute Le Mode, one of the best channels on YouTube, especially for fashion. So if I design a distinctive, so if the design language is distinctive, people associate it with a brand. The only problem is it getting ripped off. Yeah, we've seen from Virgil, like if you rip off a brand, nothing really happens, but at the end of the day, you're gonna own the brand identity. So, and you can call people out, you can sue people. So yeah, let's see. She said, I'm French and you say it right. I tried, I'm happy I said it right. Antoine is great, yeah, he is. Let's see. Could you write that Japanese one down? Alright, let me write it down. The casual. I just started a channel. Yeah, so if you just started a channel, this video is I'm going to release it after the live stream is done. And literally just listen to like the first couple of minutes. And your channel's going to grow fast, trust me. Magnus Running, what are your thoughts on that? I'm not subscribed to Magnus Running's channel. I watch most of his videos, but I don't know, man. I used to watch his videos because they were really entertaining, and I think now it's just a bit, I don't know. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. What's your thoughts on Magnus Running's style? I like his style. Really simplistic. He doesn't chase trends. Anyone who doesn't chase trends, I like. If you wear trendy stuff like Sanjeev, you can still tell he doesn't chase trends. It's people who specifically only wear what's in trend. I don't really like their style. Magnus Running, yeah, minimalistic. He wears like Converses, Jordan 1s. Kind of has that like USA baggy vibes. Wow Show also make nice debate / conversations about fashion. Let me check that out. Wow Show. Let's check that out. Never heard of that. 2.2 million views. Am I looking at the right one? 2.2 million subscribers. I feel like that's not the right one because I can't see anything about fashion here. Yeah, can't really find it. Do a review on your new Loewe pants. Oh, you know what's funny? I used to do recent pickups, right? Recent pickup videos. but I didn't want to. So okay, so my purpose of this channel, before I start doing any styling videos or any recent pickups videos anymore, I want to talk about enough designers, so I'm kind of like known for that. So I'll definitely come back to all the styling videos and I'll style it at some point and whatever, review my Loewe jeans, but for now I'm trying to stay away from that. Then oh yeah, Sickmate, I know who Sickmate is, I watch his videos sometimes. Greg and Tor, who's that? Let's see. Mr. Greg. Alright, his channel looks sick. I'm gonna subscribe to this. This looks actually sick. Please say, as I can see, he's talking about Haida, Comme des Garçons. Fair enough, Acne Studios. Yeah. I'll definitely check this channel after. Let's see. Sickmate is a sick channel though. Sickmate is a sick channel. If you're commenting now, sorry, I'm kind of like behind. Thanks for the shout out, no problem. Your channel's sick, bro. And you're a smaller YouTuber, so yeah. Roast my Insta. Okay, wait, let me see what your Insta is. It's gonna be funny. Ruben, what's that? Let's see. Let's go through your Insta real quick. Let's see. Can't really roast your Insta, bro, because you've got really good fits. Let's see. So this first picture, let's see what you're wearing. I don't know what brands you're wearing, but bro, your outfits are sick. I was actually gonna roast you, but I can't. Like, yeah, you've got sick style. Yeah, sorry to be boring, bro. I can't roast you. You've actually got really sick style. Wow Studio, sorry. Alright, so Wow Studio. Let's check this out. Wow Studio. Let's see. Still can't find it. I'm going to keep looking, but I still can't find it. All the Wow Studios I see have nothing to do with fashion. If you can, just like post the channel link in the chat and then I'll check it out. What do you think about PAQ? PAQ's sick, so sick. And as a videographer, I like realise the stuff they do is just crazy. From a videography standpoint, like their videographers and photographers blow my mind. Blow my mind. So yeah, PAQ sick. We definitely needed some really, really entertaining fashion stuff on YouTube that would get more people involved. So yeah. Who has the best style on YouTube? I missed who you said. Sanjeev. Yeah, I was going to ask about PAQ as well. Yeah, you're right. Magnus isn't the same. Yeah, I don't want to be the guy, the bearer of bad news, but yeah. Frugal aesthetic. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Frugal aesthetic. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. In 10 years, Virgil Abloh will be the fashion R. Kelly. Like everybody is going to wake up and discover how much of an imposter he. That's funny. Maybe. I feel like between now and 10 years from now, there's a lot of things he can do to improve how he's perceived personally. He says, Sanjeev, Frugal aesthetic is not that great to be honest. Yeah, exactly. He's good for the basics. Frugal is hilarious but not that useful for fashion. Yeah, literally. Is Margiela a better designer than Ray? When talking about two heavily great designers like Martin Margiela and Ray Kawakubo, I can't specifically say one is better than the other because they both, like their aesthetic is so different. So it comes to personal preference, like what do you prefer? And then, but I don't know, if we're talking about resume, who has done more in fashion, I think it would be Ray Kawakubo. Can you check mine's out later? It'll mean a lot. I started in August with 12 subs and now I have 31. Yeah, comment down below what your YouTube channel, well obviously it's Victor. Let me check it out now. I'm actually going to do a video on the most underrated fashion YouTube channels soon. So if you're a YouTuber, now's your time to post your channel below and I'll check it out. Let's see. Trying to check out Victor's channel real quick. So many Victor Moreno, it's going to take a while. Wait, let me go through this. God damn, it's like 1,000. You know what, because this is going to take long. Basically, if you want me to check out your channel, just like post your channel link in the description and I'll be able to check it out that way. Like my only pick on Insta. Alright, no problem. Let's see what his Insta is. Yeah, just liked your picture. I see you've got bare knuckles as well. So yeah, fair enough. Bare knuckles are sick. Let's see. What do you think of Jacob Wallace? Jacob Wallace is sick. His channel's sick, but I don't know. If we're talking about like entertainment, yeah, his channel's entertaining. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'm too much of a serious person, but it's just a bit all over the place. But his channel is definitely sick. I watch it from time to time. I even watched his last video literally this morning. It was about like eBay. I can't remember what it was. Like it was a style challenge and they spent like $100 at eBay. I started watching your underrated brands vid. Thanks. My channel's literally nothing without the viewers, so Jacob is lit, but I don't know what happened to his style. I like Gosha Jacob. Yeah, that Gosha aesthetic fit him so much, not gonna lie. Now his style, I don't even know what his style is. His channel's just like all over the place, it's crazy. Ray and Margiela are my two favourite. Yeah, those are two greats. What do you think about Chiron? You know what? I've seen his channel around. I haven't actually checked it out. Let me check it out now. What's his channel about? Is it like streetwear, high-end fashion, style? What type of videos does he make? Alright, so he's well known. He's got 32,000 subscribers. So let's see. November pick. Oh, so he does like pickup videos, outfit videos. Oh, that's sick. I'm gonna go through his videos as well, like after this. Alright, let's see. Have you seen Aaron or Ray Miller? Alright, let me see those channels as well. I actually like this because I've been looking for loads of channels, but unless I stumble across them or I search for something and their videos came up, I wouldn't really find them, so it's actually quite good. So he's got 2.9k January pickups. Oh, his channel looks sick as well, so yeah, another channel I'll check out. What was the other one he said? Ray. It's like Ray Mia. Let's see. He's got 554 subs. Oh, his channel looks really sick. I like his thumbnails as well. He definitely puts effort into his channel. Yeah, this is another channel I'll check out. Some sick channels these guys are. You guys are literally... Wait, hold on. And Margiela is inspired by the Japanese wave, especially when he used to be part of the Antwerp Six. And Ray's influence is showing with all the deconstructions workers. Yeah, facts. Very, very true. But then a lot of designers now were inspired by that Japanese wave, like Yohji Yamamoto, Miyake, and Rei Kawakubo, like crazy. I'd say Rick is probably one of the most inspired people by the Japanese aesthetic more than others. Thoughts on the new Kiko collection? So probably Kiko Kostadinov, really sick, really sick. I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm making a Paris Fashion Week recap video, but yeah, it was literally like a fusion of like Comme des Garçons and I saw some like other Japanese elements to it. I think with Kiko Kostadinov though, and this is one good thing I have to say about him, there's like, I always say there's a difference between like plagiarism and referencing. So you can see clearly where the references are coming from, but he has a really good twist on it to the point where you can, it's kind of his, and it's not outright copying like what Virgil Abloh does. So Virgil Abloh can learn a lot from Kiko Kostadinov. And let's see, like my pics on Insta at VStella. Alright, yeah, no problem, I'll go like your pictures now. VStella. Let's see what your Insta's saying. Got some sick fits. Some really sick outfits. And just like your pictures real quick. Yeah, you've got some really sick outfits. You've got a unique style as well. So yeah, definitely a sick style. Bro, have you heard or seen any of the -2 or Crowds? They're both smaller and coming up brands. Okay, I don't know what -2 is. However, Crowd, if you're talking about Crowd, which is by, what's this guy's name? Tom something. What's his name again? Wait, hold on, let me find out. Let's see what this guy's name is. Why can't I remember this guy's name? I think it's Tom. Wait, I'm gonna search for this thing. Crowd London, yeah, Tom Austin. There we go. So basically, how I know about this brand is, so someone who I'm a friend with is like mutual friends of all his friends. So yeah, I know about, I was supposed to go for their first pop-up, but I went to Canada the week that their first pop-up was happening. I'm never around, it's because like, I go to uni outside London, so like sometimes London's just like really far, and then I don't really know them personally. We just have mutual friends with other people, so I don't want to go there and like be standing. And then another thing about these brands like and their events is I'm a lot older than these kids, so a lot of them are like 16, 17, 18, which is fine, but no offense, but they kind of act really immature, so it's like, nah. Bro, have you heard of a favourite, let's see, favourite brand of all time? I don't really have a favourite brand of all time, but favourite brands, Comme des Garçons, Yohji Yamamoto and Issey Miyake, basically. And Jamila Mista, how did I forget Jamila Mista? Those for the black aesthetic, those are the kings and queens of the black aesthetic. What's he saying? Roast me, alright. Let me see what your, hold on, let me see what your Instagram name is. Digital PH3RS. Alright, let's see. Alright, so you've got this acne beanie, you've got this blazer. No, that's a sick outfit. Can't really roast you on that one. Alright, let's look on the next one. Alright, the next picture where you've got the Nike Air Force Ones, the Volt colorway. Bro, The outfit looks good, but for some reason in this picture your feet look massive. I don't know. Maybe it's just my eyes. Syndicate. I see you wearing that OG Magnus Running clothing. Can't hate, can't hate. Yeah, that's what I have to say about your Instagram. Feet look a bit massive. Alright, so Harry said those brands are both on Insta. Alright, so what's the other one called? Let me check that real quick. -2. Alright, let me check that. -2. So -2 UK. They've got a lot of followers, so I guess they picked up some traction. Oh, it looks kind of sick. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check this out. Alright, let's go through these. Heron, opinion on Heron Preston. Can't help but feel like he's a rip-off of Virgil. And since Virgil is a rip... Alright, so... Heron Preston is like a B-Tech, like a bootleg Virgil Abloh with... and mix in some Gosha Chinsky in there. So it's like if you rip off Off-White and you rip off Gosha Chinsky and you mix it all together, that's Heron Preston. Kiko's horror movie references on point. Yep, facts. Tom Austin, yeah. Yeah, facts. -2 looks kind of cheap. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it after this, so I'll be able to. Because I can't just say after looking at it for a couple of seconds. So last one, check Alec Agostini has the best pickups by far. Alright, let me check him out. Alec. Let's see how you spell that. Right, these are some sick channels. Funny, I've got more content to watch. Because I barely have stuff to watch because fashion YouTube has been slacking. This is why it's good, because all these channels that people have recommended are quite small channels, apart from like Chiron, so shows that the next wave of YouTubers is promising. D-Ways to Style, Mason Margiela. All these channels, it's like, they're going to be on my like underrated fashion list, because these channels are really sick. But yeah. Let's see. Other favourite brands, Junior Watanabe, Sakai, also Jews Unknown in terms of creativity mixed with technology. Iris Van Herpen, yeah, Iris Van Herpen is like more just couture. Yeah, she designed some amazing couture. Junior Watanabe, yeah, his clothing is sick. Sakai, sick. They destroyed Paris Fashion Week. They took Paris Fashion Week by storm. I'm going to talk about that. Sick brands. I'm from Belgium, so big up to Anne. Yeah, big up. And one of my favourite designers. Unfortunately, I'm not rich, but when I get rich, trust me, all I'll be wearing is Andy Minamista. I get what you mean. I just want one of the Jesus Tees too. I wouldn't buy their jeans though. Hope to catch another live. Was nice to participate, and here is the channel. Alright, so she sent a link. Oh, so she was talking about Show Studio. Oh, okay, yeah, I know what Show Studio is. yeah, Show Studio, yeah. They have really good discussions. I got laughed at wearing my Issei pleats the other day by 3 people. No one over here knows about fashion / clothes. Wishing I had some fashion homies. I have a brother, but he wears Levi's and Crocs. Okay, so where do you live? And I think I've talked about this before, but like when like 3-4 years ago I used to wear a lot of Alexander McQueen, and I had the wedge sneakers, the ones that had the exaggerated sole, and people just used to make fun of me and say I look gay, and yeah, why am I wearing female sneakers? And now everyone wears Alexander McQueen sneakers, so Don't follow trends, just wear what you want to wear. Issey pleats are really good, they look really nice, so ignore what other people say. I bet you in a couple of years everyone will be wearing pleats, like, it's just how it goes. And because of that situation where people like kind of used to make fun of me for what I used to wear, and then eventually that would be mainstream, and then people would start wearing that. Now no one really talks about what I wear anymore. People just like, yeah, he's just into fashion. Yeah, what he's wearing is probably going to be in trend soon. So I guess you can also like kind of like build a reputation for yourself. Let's say Yoji's FW19, so that's 20 is really good. But I'm 15, so RIP. Yo, Yoji Yamamoto is super expensive. I just want to look like a video game boss man. Ontario, California, 40 minutes away from LA. Really? I thought California was like big into fashion. That's crazy. Yeah, I would have thought California was like mad into fashion. What do you think about Tyler's Golf Le Fleur? Golf Le Fleur is sick. Really good. I don't know, okay, you're talking about Golf Le Fleur. Golf Le Fleur stuff is really sick, but Golf, the brand itself, I think a lot of their stuff is overpriced, but it is quite good though. The Golf Le Fleur sneakers are really good. I like the aesthetic. I should have a pair of Golf Le Fleurs, but once again, broke boy, so I have to pick and choose what I buy. I'm doing my assignment for uni and watching. That's quite funny actually. Before I went on this live stream, the reason I was late was because I was doing coursework, university coursework, so I know all about that life, the uni life. Let's see, waiting for more questions. I'm doing geography work for college, yeah. The student life is tough, man, it's tough. It's tough. And as an engineering student, I just have no time. Like, how I even have a YouTube channel, I don't even know. Mate. What are your favourite TV shows / movies? You know what, I have this app on my phone called TV Time, and that's how I track all the TV shows I watch. So let me go through this real quick. So Black Mirror, probably my favourite TV show. Let's see what else. Narcos, The Sinner, The Handmaid's Tale, Altered Carbon, Better Call Saul, Shooter, 13 Reasons Why, Jack Ryan, Power. Let's see what other things I've got up here. Jessica Jones, Game of Thrones, Van Helsing, Stranger Things, The Punisher. Yeah, there's a lot of them. I'll be here forever if I start mentioning all the shows I watch. Thoughts on Julius? What Julius are we talking about? Favourite anime? I don't really watch anime, but when I was younger I was a Naruto like fanatic. I had the games, I watched everything. Yeah. My mate does chemical engineering, and honestly it seems harder than medicine. I don't know, because I have friends who study medicine actually. They say that, actually yeah, my friend did say chemical engineering is harder than medicine. I think with chemical engineering, what makes it hard is we do stuff like fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, that sort of stuff, which is so hard to understand. But once you understand it, any exam you get, you're going to destroy it. But the problem is understanding it, whereas medicine is more memory, so you have to memorize an endless number of things. So it's just two different things. So engineering, if you're good at maths, physics, then you'll find it easier. Personally, I couldn't study medicine because I'm not really good at memorizing things. I'm just terrible with memory, but I'm good with maths, calculation, stuff like that. And so for me, I just spend all day, every day, trying to understand the concepts. But once I understand it, I'm good. What's your name on TV time? Wanna follow you on there? Right, yeah, I'll check. Alright, so right. It's like 1 AM in the UK, I need to sleep for school. Yeah, I know, bro, it's late. It's late. The only reason I'm up is because I don't really have uni. So yeah. No jokes. Do you prefer UK rap or US rap? I don't even know, you know. What do I prefer? UK rap, US rap is just like, yeah, when you go to the club, whatever. When you want to play music and you want everyone to enjoy it. But UK rap is more gritty. Well, the rap I listen to, like drill and stuff. Like before I go and play a basketball game, I'm listening to UK drill. Is it possible to get into avant-garde at a lower price point? Not really. No, no. Big ups to you. How do you balance YouTube and engineering? How you stay consistent is beyond me. Yeah, basically it just means I have no time. I'm joking, but yeah, when you manage your time, you realize that you have so much free time that you do nothing with. Like, even though engineering is really demanding, I still have a lot of free time I do nothing with. So instead of just doing nothing, I just make YouTube videos instead. So yeah, it's not as hard as people think to like balance it. If you're like, I don't know, if your time management is on point, obviously. People asking me questions on Insta, like, I need to come on the YouTube live, man. Alright, let's see what people are saying. Yeah, I'm just quickly answering some questions on Instagram, and then I'll go back to the YouTube questions. So don't worry, I'm not like airing people or whatever. People asking me about comp. Everyone just keeps asking me about comp de garçon, like, the fuck. The fuck, man. Anyway, let's see what the questions are saying. Bring up to how do you balance? I think I answered that already. Julius the brand. I know a couple brands called Julius, but I'm not sure which one you're talking about. I'm going to guess you're talking about the more popular one. Yeah, Julius, I like the aesthetic. It's very Japanese vibes. It looks very similar to Rick. That's just my personal opinion. Lots of drapey silhouettes, that sort of stuff. I haven't really looked into the brand that much, so I can't really say much about it. Favourite piece of all time that you bought? Oof, that's tough. That's tough. That's really tough. Oh, I'm going to have to think about that. Actually, you know what? The favourite piece I bought was my first, what was it? Y3 Kaza highs, because I remember that was when I first got like into like higher end fashion. So yeah, that was like my first introduction. I remember like when I bought those sneakers, I thought I was the shit. Like, I was like, no one can talk to me. I have Y3s, whatever. So yeah, that would be that. Yeah, because it's too hard of a question to ask. So yeah, I'll go with nostalgia. That's my favourite cop. 21 Savage is the greatest UK rapper. Oh my god, this guy's a joker. Need to do an editing live tutorial. Pay to watch that as I need help. What type of editing? Videos or pictures? Yo, what's up? Man like Jason Greenfields. Gets. Yeah, obviously, he's memeing. He's definitely memeing. Let's see. Favorite piece from the past few and D seasons. Oof, so many pieces, man. Oh, yo, you know what? Let me just go through these collections real quick, because I can't even decide. Yo, how you gonna put me on the spot like that? Angelina Mista's like, everything she does I like. But what's that collection? Yeah, the Spring 2019 collection I really liked, and the piece I really liked. Let me find it real quick. Let me find this piece. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. So there's like this drapey shirt. I'm not sure if you can see it through the camera. You probably can't. But yeah, sorry. I tried. Yeah, and then there's like also, there was another collection where she did these like asymmetric drapey shirts, and they were like velvet. I think that was, yeah, that's her latest collection. Those were just sick. Those were sick. But I don't know why I'm talking about Andy, because I can't really afford it right now, so yeah. Haha, pirate vibes. Yeah, for sure. Pirate vibes. Let's see. Oh, this guy said show us some pieces that you have nearby. Everyone keeps asking me for styling videos and do you know why I actually can't move? Because like basically the way my setup is, if I move everything's gonna get disconnected. But I promise in the next live stream I'll bring like loads of pieces I haven't shown and I'll talk about them. Since everyone's like, yo, style some pieces, da da da. Videos and then pictures, because why not learn both? Oh yeah, no problem. I'm not sure I would do editing videos on this channel though, because it's more fashion related. I'll probably do that on my personal channel. So yeah, go subscribe to that. Let me type it in the comment section. Favourite Nigerian food, jollof rice and plantain, hands down. Let's see, I think that oversized white shirt is super long line. Yeah, I really like it. Pirate vibes, yeah, exactly. He said jollof rice as well, facts. I feel your pain, broke student life. Yeah, it's terrible, bro. It's terrible. Yeah. Hopefully when my channel grows, AdSense money, you know, I'll be able to buy all my Andy and Yoji and stuff that I've wanted for ages, but yeah, we'll see about that. Pulling Alex Zavios and stream Crash Team Racing. Yo, I don't even have a gaming console at my uni accommodation right now, so yeah. It's not easy, I know, I'm a uni student too. Yeah man, that uni life is tough, it's tough. Especially when I'm studying engineering, because all my friends that study like business, they're like, oh yeah, I've got university on Monday and like we've got no work and no exams. It pisses me off. Because I've got uni like every day, exams all the time, coursework all the time, labs all the time. Yes, it's tough. It's a tough life. God damn. Oh god. Do you have any suggestions? Because I've got 7 months. Depends on what you're studying. What you're going to study. And where you're going to study. Those are basically the 2 questions you need to answer. Oh shit, my battery's about to die. Hold up. Just plug this in real quick. Alright, so Ghanaian or Nigerian jollof? I'm Nigerian, so Nigerian jollof. Like I can't betray my country. Hey, do you have any GCSE advice as I'm year 10 but need an early start? Just start revising now. Do as many past papers as possible. At least when I did GCSEs, all the questions, if by the time you do like 5, 6, 7 past papers, there's a trend, and then you understand what the trend is, and then you know exactly what to study. So yeah, I'd say do that. Go through your syllabus. So what you want to do is download the syllabus for every subject. So that's like a specification of like every single topic that you're required to learn, and then get a plain notebook for each subject, and then write down so have like a checklist. So with each point in the syllabus, you want to write all your notes about it and make sure you understand it, and then tick it on the checklist. And when you're done with that, go over it again and again and again, and then if you do that, you're going to get an A or an A star, personally. It's just that most people don't do that, which is why they don't do as well. Nigerian jollof is the best. Yeah, facts. Yeah, Nigerian jollof is the best by far. Also, if any bigger YouTubers are watching this, you definitely need to, when I repost this video, you need to watch the beginning part, because it's not just like a video talking about how to grow YouTube channels for smaller channels. Like, it was also addressing some mistakes that I see bigger channels make that limits how fast they grow and why they're not growing. Like, you see a lot of YouTubers, they'll be on like 90,000 subscribers and just be there for ages. Like Gallux is like one of them who was like on 90-something thousand, just stayed there forever, because I've checked his channel, he wasn't doing what basically I was saying people should do. What's the most you've dropped on a piece? $1,000 on an Acne Studios jacket. You're Nigerian, didn't know. Jokes. Thoughts on wearing football shirts in fashion can be a dope summer piece. I have a Martin Rose football jersey, so I'm definitely a fan of it. Yeah, it is a dope summer piece. And another thing about the summer, I don't like wearing cotton t-shirts because I sweat a lot. Like, I have hyperhidrosis, so it means like I sweat too much. So I need to wear materials that like don't cause me to sweat and don't like hug my body too much. Let's see what he said. Marcel, let me check him out. Going a lot on YouTube. Let's see who this guy is. Marcel. Oh, is this the One Dapper Street guy? Oh no, this guy's big. He's huge. He's huge. Yeah, he's huge. I got a Club America jersey my mate from Mexico gave me. Yeah, yeah. I can imagine it's really sick. Let's see. Thoughts on Kim Jones at Dior? Kim Jones is doing an amazing job. Like I said, he kind of knows how to get people talking. Like when he was at Louis Vuitton, he had the Supreme collab. So he's just, I don't know, he's a marketing genius. Collections at Dior have been really, really good. What's funny is, a lot of people, like, so basically Kim Jones had this like saddle bag, and like his past collections have been like kind of like really futuristic. Kim Jones is a designer for Dior Homme, by the way, if people don't know. And people are acting like this is the first time we've seen all these saddlebags and stuff, when a saddlebag is one of Dior's historical staples. So I don't know why all of a sudden now people want to buy saddlebags. It's just Kim Jones. Kim Jones like added a buzz to it. I don't know. But yeah, Kim Jones is definitely doing amazing things at Dior. More people are talking about Dior. I kind of don't like the fact that he like ripped off Converse. and made basically Converse carbon copies and just put Dior all over it, and it sold out. But yeah, let's see. Viscose shirts always come clutch. Facts. Guessing you're into stuff like silk. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I like Andaminamista. You know Marcel. Thanks to him that opened my channel. Yeah, Marcel's famous, man. He's a big influencer. Kim Jones and Dior is beautiful in my opinion. Matthew Williams and Kim together is OP. Facts. I've actually met Matthew Williams. Let me just name drop real quick. Matthew Williams is a sick guy, not gonna lie. And he's very underrated. A lot of people try to downplay what he does and say Alix is this and that, but yeah. I know you play basketball, but did you ever play football first, or has it always been basketball? No, obviously I live in England. Football's the main sport. I played football for ages. This is a funny story actually. So basically, I played for this really good team. I was a goalkeeper, by the way. And we played in this tournament. It was like the under 11s cup. And it was like the best teams, like there was Southampton, Chelsea Academy, whatever. And the whole tournament, my team went to the final. And I did not concede any goals. And what was it? At the end, we lost to Southampton like 8-0. But because I played really well throughout the tournament, I was being scouted by loads of different teams. But where I got messed up is I'm a Christian family, and football games are always on Sundays. And my parents were like, no, you can't be missing church for football. So that was that career gone. Then let's see what other people are saying. So yeah, and then after I kind of got tired of football, to be honest, and then I got taller, and then people like play basketball, and then I just played basketball since then. And then when I lived in Nigeria for a bit, basketball's the main sport in Nigeria. Like Nigeria is way better than England at basketball, so I got really good there. And funny enough, I almost played Division 1 basketball for Virginia Tech. I actually had a scholarship, but something happened. Another messed up story, but yeah. Don't even want to get into that. I'm thinking of studying graphics or fashion graphics at Solent Uni. Alright, so with creative degrees are tough as hell. Really tough. So yeah, I don't know, you're gonna have no time. That's one. Number two is I would say do stuff outside uni, because like with creative degrees, you don't really have a job, a job pathway. Like me being a chemical engineer, even if I never work in fashion, with a chemical engineering degree, there's so many industries I can go to, like pharmaceuticals, financial. With fashion graphics and stuff like that, it's basically what you do on your own, or what you do in the industry, that will determine when you graduate whether you get a job or not. So get stuck in, network, in the holidays, go to as many events as possible to meet as many people as possible. At uni, don't be antisocial, don't talk to no one, don't stay in a little bubble, be shy. Talk to as many people as possible. You never know who could become who. So yeah, let's see, Alex Zavias is on the chat. I thought this was a live preview, not a stream. Haha, nah, it's a stream, bro. Will you be going to London Fashion Week? So I was even supposed to go to the last London Fashion Week, but the reason I didn't go is I had uni stuff to do. So, and I have lectures every day. So for me to miss lectures, it'd have to be something more important than London Fashion Week. Like, what am I going to gain personally from London Fashion Week? Nothing really. And then again, how am I going to get an invite to any show? Like, no one knows who I am, so it's like, and maybe one time I'll just go to Fashion Week, vlog the whole experience and stuff, but yeah. Are you going to peep the YouTube channels during the live or after it's done? I don't actually know how to, like, there's a way to, like, with what I'm using to live stream, there's a way to show different, like to show my dashboard and stuff. I don't know how to do it, so I'll definitely be after. And then by the next live stream, I'll learn like more stuff on how to live stream and like how to show stuff on my dashboard and stuff like that. But yeah, for now, I'm a bit of a rookie on this. Yo, Alex, how do I bring you onto this live stream? I know you can like bring other channels onto a live stream, but I'm not sure how you do it. Yeah, creative degrees are lacking in job prospects. Yeah, facts. Facts. But the thing about fashion graphics degree is it's really valuable in the fashion industry. But it's not, with creative stuff, it's not really how good you are, it's just who you know. Which is why I said get stuck in. A lot of the time you can pursue those fields through networking and investing time and learn about it as a hobby. Yeah, that's kind of like me because I study engineering, but I'm like trying to work in fashion after. But then again, the way I'm trying to work in fashion is not really a hobby type thing because I want to be a materials engineer for Nike, and those type of jobs actually do require a chemical engineering or mechanical engineering degree. So, yeah. So you never know, if I get that job I might move to America after university. I'll move to Oregon, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yo, who are these guys? Who are these guys stalking me and not asking questions? There's like 13 people on the live and like 3-4 people commenting. I guess some people just came to see my face. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it's how I've met plenty of bigger musicians and stuff. Had an internship previously at Music Mag. Before it went under, ended up meeting and interviewing a lot of people in the UK scene. Yeah, that's sick. That's sick. That is so sick. Yeah, personally, when I interned at like Stella McCartney and Deploy London, I met loads of people in the industry as well. By the way, have you heard of Grime Originals? No, I haven't actually, so tell me more about that. If you go Fashion Week, please bring me. I'm a duffel. This guy is a joker. Absolute joker. Let's see. Sick movement by Sharky Major, linking the olders and youngers in the industry. Has a more old school Eskimo dance vibe. Yeah, sounds calm. That was how the UK scene even started. It was like garage, wasn't it? Like Eskimo dance type stuff. Yeah, that's hard. I'll definitely look into that. How do you get your internship at a fashion house? It's something I'd love to do over the summer. Yeah, mine was kind of by luck, so I don't really like giving advice on how to get an internship because I don't know. Like, I've explained this, but I'll explain it again. I had a job in where I was going to Paris and London, and I was basically helping like well-off people who own houses in like London and France and move stuff in between. So if they want to move stuff from their house in London to France, I'd help them like carry all the heavy stuff into a truck and then drive it down to Paris and then offload it into their house or vice versa. And the first time I did it, which is such a coincidence, I met this woman called Bernice Pan, and she's the creative director for a brand called Deploy London. It's sustainable fashion brand. They don't have a big social media presence, but they sell a lot of clothes. Like their revenue is like over £5 million, which is mad. So yeah, she was, obviously I'm not like an antisocial person, so I was talking to her, just normal discussion as I was doing my job, and she was talking about fashion, and then I kind of interjected and we started this long discussion about fashion, and then I went on a lunch break at work with her. She paid for my lunch and everything, and then she was like, you seem to know a lot about fashion, like what do you do? Are you in uni or whatever? And I told her I studied like chemical engineering at uni, I'm interested in fashion. And then she told me she was looking for an intern, and so yeah, she like, if I'm free the next week to start my internship, then yeah, and that's literally how it happened, just by luck. So that's how I got my internship. And then through that internship, I did that for 2 summers in a row. So she called me back because she liked the work I did in the first summer. And then I actually lost that internship, it was funny enough, because I had to go to Nigeria to see my family. And obviously she told me, like, if you go to Nigeria, then we're going to have to get someone to replace you because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So I was like, yeah, fair enough, I understand. And then from there I applied to Stella McCartney, and because I had so much experience from Deploy, I got that job. So yeah, that's how I got my internships. All luck. All luck. Let's see, a lot of competition on the stage. Essentially bi-monthly events that cost about like £5 to £8 for a ticket. Usually ends up being in Fabric or Fire and Vauxhall. Oh, that sounds sick. Yeah, cheers man, already trying to network with peeps as much as I can, as there's less opportunity if you don't, and I'm branching off into other things. Yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's just like me, I'm invested in fashion, but I'm studying chemical engineering, so if my whole fashion thing doesn't work out, I have a whole different career. And at the same time, I'm like putting my hands in different stuff as well, so smart. Yeah, don't be afraid of chatting with people, be prepared to listen and learn, but also don't underestimate yourself. Yeah, true. Nothing to lose by chatting and listening to someone, only stuff to gain. Yeah, facts. I can't find any brands besides Second / Layer that make pieces out of Tencel. Yes, I agree. Engage with other people, be yourself. Yeah, facts. My main thing is I know nobody in fashion. Honestly, I literally know nobody in fashion as well. So basically how it started. Okay, let me just start with like, to bring context. So when I started getting into fashion, there were 2 people that into fashion where I was. So there was Ayo, who has the same name as me. That's the guy who has been in the last few videos on my channel. And there was another guy who's a photographer called George Vickery, a really sick photographer. Oh, and another guy called Toby Roberts. So Toby Roberts as well. And outside them, no one really cared about fashion. But they're not really invested in the industry, they're just interested in fashion. So I was trying to meet people in the industry, but it's really hard. Like a lot of people in the industry, I don't know why the industry is very judgy. People don't really talk to people they don't originally know. I don't know, it's really weird. So yeah, I didn't really meet any people until I finally stumbled across my internship and then met loads of people that way. And through my channel, a lot of people find my channel, and I'm starting to meet people from my channel as well, and I'm networking that way. So yeah, literally my channel, I started it without knowing anyone in fashion. So I guess there's ways around it. And because like I'm not an antisocial person, I'm always willing to start conversation. Obviously what then happens in fashion circles is if I start conversation they ignore me or whatever and start acting bitchy, then at least I tried. But let's see, by the way, drop to your sub now, always up for supporting men in the community. Yeah, that's sick. Go subscribe to his channel. But yeah, so many people ask me about like how do you get an internship, and I just can't give advice on that because my way was very, very lucky. It's definitely not the way most people be getting internships. But my best advice would be, if you apply, don't send emails. Send mail, physical mail through the post, because a lot of people, what they do is they send emails and it gets lost in between all other emails. Whereas if you send mail in the post when you apply, they have to open it because they've got mail, they're going to open it, someone's going to see it, as opposed to an email where it just might get lost in spam and stuff like that. And then also the effort that goes into mailing stuff to someone, they appreciate it more. So yeah. Anyways, take care, mate. Gonna try to be responsible and get some sleep. Got a seminar at 10 AM tomorrow. Yo, later, man like Jason Greenfield. Yo, safe. Leaving it open for views. My guy. Did you need any skills going into the internship? Yeah, actually. So I had to be able to use Adobe Photoshop because I needed to retouch a lot of the photo shoots, and it's a fashion brand, so the photo shoots constantly happening that I need to retouch. I needed to like edit them for all different pieces. I needed to know some graphic design because I was like making a lot of flyers for events, promotional stuff. I needed to know how to use Adobe Illustrator to like design logos and stuff. But through editing and stuff, I kind of like already knew how to do all this stuff. What else did I do on my internship? Loads of logistics stuff like back-end designing website design, product testing as well. What else did I do on my internship? Yeah, that was mainly the stuff I did in my internship. I wasn't really designing, like I'm not a designer. I wasn't making clothes or anything, but I was, anytime I had free time, I was like looking at all the experts that were designing the clothes, like learning from them as well. Let's see. Do you need any skills or anything? Because apart from designing on paper, I've got none. Yeah. What do you think about V-Line? Just want to hear someone roasting, please go ham. Alright, so basically, just as someone that takes fashion seriously, if you print on blanks, you're cancelled. If anyone that prints on blanks, it shows that you don't really care about fashion, it's just a money grab. That's the first thing. So if you print on blanks, that's already like, it's over for you. And then V-Loan, like the t-shirts fade after a couple of washes, like, mate, don't even get me started with V-Line, bro. Like, V-Line. And then there's the whole Bari situation, like, it's an already trash brand, and then Bari went to go and, like, have that whole controversy. V-Line is done out here. But what I will say, though, is the V-Line Air Force Ones, I actually do like them. Those are actually quite sick, but outside the Air Force Ones, no, dead brand. I'd say I'm big on the design side, but I don't know how to execute the ideas. Yeah, so a lot of design, that's why brands have creative directors. So a lot of creative directors aren't designers and don't physically design clothes, but they have the ideas and they hire someone to design the clothes. So for example, when I have my fashion brand, and my fashion brand, I actually want it to be serious, like it's not going to be YouTube merch or like whatever. But it's gonna be like a Yohji Yamamoto and Y3 situation where there's gonna be the affordable pieces, and then there's gonna be the like pieces that are made of way better materials and more expensive. But it's not gonna be like YouTube merch or anything. But with that, I'm not a fashion designer. I have really good ideas, but I'm not a fashion designer. So I'm gonna like see if I can involve. There's gonna be like a team of people like me, a fashion designer, other types of people that can do this and that. Like with fashion brands and stuff like that, you can't try to be Mr. I do it all or Miss I do it all. It's never gonna work. You know, Bari confessed in court like 3 weeks ago. It's not just accusations or controversy. Yo, that's crazy. I saw like some stuff briefly about with the controversy. Like apparently, like there was a whole case and they settled, but I didn't know he actually confessed. That's fucked up. What I meant was I get the ideas and I can draw them down. I have a really clear vision of what okay, so when you intern, let me just tell you now, like when you intern, they don't want they don't want to know you're like, when you're an intern, they just look at you as you're here to gain experience and you're here to like help us with what we need help with. If you try and chip in, which I tried, in like, no, wouldn't it be better if you do this or that? They just won't take you seriously, and your voice will literally just go through one ear and come up the other. Like, they don't care about your ideas. An internship is just gain experience, learn how the industry works, and basically, yeah, that's an internship. If you try and chip in, they just won't listen to you. And funny enough, I had ideas that in my personal opinion, would help their brand, but yes, some guys are just stubborn. Like when you're a creative like director and you're like head of logistics of Stella McCartney, and you've got some like 19, 20-year-old intern who's still at uni telling you this is gonna work, and you're like, well, I've worked in the industry for 30 years, I know everything. They're not gonna listen to you, bro. If you can get Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop and learn skills, do it through YouTube and anything. Yeah, exactly. You can learn anything on YouTube these days. Yeah, Sketchbook is a good start, I would say. No, I understand. I wanted to do it to learn how the clothes go from concept to finished piece. Yeah, same. That's exactly why I did it. I just wanted to see how, especially because I want to start a brand, I wanted to see how top brands, and because I want my brand to be sustainable as well, so I was more interested in like sustainable brands. I wanted to see how they work, how their teams are set up. So like, obviously I knew there were big teams. I wanted to see like how big the teams are, how important each individual job is, like from the accountant to the designer to the person who comes up with the ideas to the person who actually does the sewing to the people who do the social media stuff, all that sort of stuff. I learned a lot on my internship. Hey, do you think Yeezy 350s are dead and won't come back again? Again, like Jordans. Yeezy 350s aren't dead. They're just dead to like this fashion niche, like people who are into fashion, because we've known about Yeezys forever. But I think now Yeezy 350s have like kind of gone into the mainstream. So I don't like them personally, but mainstream wise they're not dead. I think they're more prominent, like more and more people are buying Yeezys now. And I see more, like you're a more common person wearing Yeezy 350s now, whereas back then if someone wore Yeezys you would know like they're into streetwear and like stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't say Yeezy 350s are dead yet. I think if anything they've risen in popularity. It's just the niche who knew about Yeezys before aren't wearing them anymore. Jordans have collabs to sustain it. Yeezys don't have that thing for fashion fans anymore. Yeah, so Yeezys aren't really there for fashion fans. Personally, I do like a lot of pairs of Yeezys. I have 500, 750s and the military boots. But outside those, I don't really like them. And then again, I'm not really going to buy any more of the sneakers anymore, but I really do like the Yeezy military boots. So yeah. So what shoes do you recommend / think are the hype beast wave / trend / shooter this year? Hype beast wave. Let me think of what guys are wearing. I'm not really in touch with like that whole hype beast culture, but like I'd have to think about that. Maybe like still off-white belts. Still doing that thing where they wear branded socks and then feel the need to tuck whatever trousers they're wearing into their socks. Don't really like that thing that people do. Let's see what else. Yeah, I'm not really in touch with what like hypebeasts do. It's just also just wearing stuff that you can tell people don't like. You can tell they don't like what they're wearing, but they just wear it to get approval from other people, which is quite sad. Over branding. So like I've seen people wear like head to toe Supreme, A Cold War and all that stuff, and not like pieces that are considered better pieces of A Cold War, just the ones where A Cold War was so heavily plastered on the front. Yeah. I don't really think they're hype beast waves or trends type things. It's more just the way people dress, whether they like what they're wearing or not, or if it's for approval from others, that sort of stuff. Not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of hungry. I might stop this live stream soon and then cook and then come back, but we'll see. Alright. Yo, thanks for coming on the stream. Honestly, I appreciate it. Like, what's your opinion on Balenciaga speed trainers? They're kind of overplayed now. Yeah, they're kind of overplayed. Yeah, that's my opinion on the speed race. And like, oh god, it's just some things like people just beg it. Like with speed trainers, oh god. Like another thing I don't like about fashion is when like people wear stuff and then think they're better than everyone else, and like that I've seen a lot of these like big influencers, the type of people that wear speed trainers like act like, oh, you're not on my level, like you're wearing whatever and I'm wearing the Balenciaga speed trainers. I don't know, man, I just don't. Yeah, it's not my vibe. The state of fashion really pisses me off right now because it's so hostile. I'm trying to be the guy who like makes everyone, because my channel is all about discussing fashion. I want to make everyone discuss fashion, everyone network, everyone can help everyone. Hopefully my channel gets big so I can kind of do that more. Like the fashion industry now, everyone's so hostile. No one knows anyone. Like, no, it's mad. It's mad. Moncler jacket or Canada Goose? Canada Goose. Moncler is just overpriced crap. Canada Goose, depending on which one you get, is actually made of really, really, really good materials. So, and they're about the same price point. Or I think Moncler is actually more expensive in some cases. So yeah, Canada Goose over Moncler, like it's not even a debate. I don't even have to think about that one. Like the Moncler puffer, yeah, overpriced, not a fan. Yo, who are these 11 people watching that aren't commenting? If you don't... Let's see, if you had to bring one of the shoes back, which one would it be? The red bottoms or Visvim? Oof, red bottoms. Do you think the chunky dad shoes trend will continue this year? Yep, it will continue. I kind of like it in some cases. Yeah, personally, also if you like the chunky dad trend, you shouldn't really care if it's a trend or not, like just wear it. But yeah, it will continue through this year because you always have those people that jump on the trends late, and then there's going to be a big wave of those people all buying chunky sneakers this year. I think it might finally be played out next year or in 2021, but we'll see. I'm definitely curious to know what the trends this year are going to be, to be honest. What are your thoughts on Vitmore and Demna's work at Balenciaga? Yo, Demna's done amazing work, especially from a marketing perspective. He has been smashing it in terms of sales. Um, Balenciaga is definitely one of the brands that if I had more money I'd buy. A lot of brand history with the brand, obviously. If you know about Cristobal Balenciaga, probably make a video. Um, Oversized silhouettes. And this like boxy, Demna does this like boxy silhouette. It's like, remember when I was talking about Martine Rose? Kind of jacked her style, but he's kind of like fine tuned it to the point where it's different. Vetements is amazing. Like it just attacked all the social norms and all the norms in fashion. I do like it when people do that because people in fashion are very snobbish and like, if you don't design this way, you're not a good designer. And I always like it when designers just come and just are like, yo, fuck that, and then their stuff actually sells and people buy into it. So yeah, big fan of Demna. Top 10 hypebeast / streetwear brands. Right now, this hypebeast, I'm really out of touch with like hypebeast stuff. So that's hypebeast brands, but top streetwear brands, let me type it. Let's see, Savage Clothing, streetwear brands. Savage Clothing's like the first thing that comes. There's just so many streetwear brands that are all like really similar, apart from the fact that they just put different messages on their clothes. So I don't really know. I'll just say, just check out Savage Clothing. Am I the only one that doesn't like them? So you're talking about the dad sneakers? Yeah, probably. But then again, like, not every trend is for everyone. Like, not everyone's gonna like everything, so it's completely fine. Supreme made a comeback. Don't at me. I don't really think Supreme made a comeback because they were never really dead. So yeah. Supreme hasn't really had a dead year yet for the past Lord knows how many years. They've just been growing steadily. Maybe answer a couple more questions, then call it a day. So if you got more questions, now's your time to ask. I'll say I'd like leave this live stream in like 5 minutes or less. We'll see, depending on how many questions I get. Here's my thing with hypebeast brands that aren't even 10. Part of that culture is the originality. Supreme, Bape, Off-White, V-Line, Palace, Gucci, LV. Yeah, those are brands that like people we consider hypebeasts would wear. Okay, so let me address this real quick. So like personally, if you have money and all you buy is Supreme, Bape, Off-White, V-Line, Palace, Gucci, LV, like you said, and also like Balenciaga, the type of people that do that, I just feel sorry for them because it's like, you have so much money, there are so many brands that make interesting designs and like you could dress outside the box and wear stuff that like people are like, yo, where'd you get your stuff from? And at the same time not wear like crazy stuff that people be like, what the hell are you wearing? Like there's so many brands, it's just like, to only buy LV, Supreme, yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I stay away from those brands. Personally, I have quite a lot of Palace because when I was younger I used to skate and I was like into the whole skate culture, so Palace is like a nostalgia thing, so I always wear Palace. But yeah, that's my thoughts on like the whole hypebeast thing. Do you still mess with Stone Island? Yeah, Stone Island, even though in England it's been like washed by like British chavs and it's like associated with like hooligan culture and stuff. Yeah, Stone Island is really sick, and there are more expensive pieces where the dyeing process is insane. Like, I'm into those. Once again, I'm a broke boy, so. Who is the it girl from all the models, in your opinion? ATM. Oof, that's tough. That's tough. Are we talking iconic models, as in like a Naomi Campbell, a Kate Moss, or are we talking like a like current like Winnie Harlow type model? Oh, he said ATM, ATM. At the moment, it goes Winnie Harlow. There's this African woman, I'm trying to remember what her name is. She's literally in every single show. I forgot what her name just skipped my mind. I forgot what her name is. Let's see what people are saying. So what is he saying? There's a slight change of mood at Andy Millimista Man's FW19. Oh yeah. Facts. Yeah, I saw that because old Andy Millim, well, let me not say old Andy Millimista, but Sebastian Munier's collection before this last one. So let's talk 2 collections back. Those type of collections was more this like deconstruction, drapey silhouettes, and now for some weird reason it's gone into more of a sheet tailoring phase, which is totally different to what I've seen Andy Millimista as a brand do recently. But I don't know, man, it's nice to see something different. I mean, I like some of the pieces, especially the like velvety and silk stuff, like I've said. The blazers, I don't know, with Andy Millimista like tailoring, it's like a hit or miss. Like some I really like, and then some it just, they look like old clothes that have like frayed and like gotten like the blazers like rolled up and stuff. I don't know. I don't think I'm articulating myself properly, but yeah. Are you a fan of Takahiro Miyashita? Yeah, big fan. Yeah, I like number 9. Yeah, soloist. Yeah, big. Yeah, I really like that Japanese aesthetic. Once again, someone asked me who my favorite designers are, and I said Andy Millimista, Yohji Yamamoto, Issey Reika Kubo. So that should already tell you enough. Why a majority of streetwear YouTubers be flexing and creating drama? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? The only YouTube drama I can think of right now is Unknown Vlogs, and I've kind of addressed that. And his team still needs to remove their copyright flag from my channel. I earn like $1 per video. Not even $1, I earn like 50 cents per video. And I made a video talking about Unknown Vlogs being one of my favourite YouTubers, because he is. And these arseholes still copyrighted my video. So it's not even like they've cost me money, because it's like 50 cents. But it's like just the, what's the word? It's like the etiquette. The etiquette of it. Still curious to see what this guy said, why a majority of streetwear YouTubers be flexing and creating drama. I'm still curious to know which YouTubers these are. Personally, I would prefer if all fashion YouTubers were like kind of more in touch with each other. Because like in America, for example, they have this like big group of YouTubers, and they're always like in each other's videos, and they all grow quickly. They all get to 1 million real fast, and they all whatever individual thing they're doing, they get to touch more people, reach more people. I don't know, man. The UK scene is just, man, it's pissing me off. Maybe I need to, I don't know. You mentioned you like Issey Miyake. Do you like his line? Please, yeah. I really like it. I want to get a lot of the stuff, but none of them fits me because I'm too tall for Issey Miyake. So, yeah. A lot of brands that I like, I can't wear because I'm too tall. So I can wear Andy Minimista, some of the stuff fits me. I can't wear any Issey Miyake, it's too small. Yoji fits oversized anyway, but I can't wear it because it will fit. It will just fit me, so it doesn't look as it's supposed to on me. So yeah, I only can really wear brands that do sizes for bigger guys. Kaya Gerber. Well, Kaya Gerber's just, that's like the safe model thing to go with, isn't it? Like everyone just talks about Kaya Gerber. And she's like winning so many awards as well. Iman Haman. Yeah. I'd say Kaya Gerber, if you're saying mainstream, like who's the it, yeah, she is. Like Blazing Derry, Kai's Omar, Blake Linda, Ari Petru, yeah. You can be rest assured I don't watch any of them, but I didn't know there was any drama. I just, yeah. Ari Petru, Kai's Omar, Blake Linda, Blazing Derry. Not YouTubers I'll ever be watching anytime soon, or I'll be interested in watching. Not knocking what they do, but it's just not my thing at all. Like this whole YouTubers flexing on people, oh I spent this much at wherever, I'm this, I'm that, nah. Like all those YouTubers there, they all have that legendary Kai Soma, Blake Linda, Ari Petru, always like, oh I'm flexing, blah blah blah, I've got more Supreme, biggest hype beast, nah, not into that. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for those fellas, man. I really don't have time for those fellas. It's not even the fact that they talk about Supreme, because I watch Jacob Starr and he talks about Supreme. It's the way they do it. Like Jacob Starr talks about Supreme, he styles Supreme. Yeah, but he's more humble with it. I think Kai's Omar, Blake Linda, Blazing Derry, Ari Petru, they're all just lost in the sauce a bit. And they think they're bigger than they are. They've forgotten that the reason they're big is because they have big followings, and because they have big followings, it's got into their head and they're like lost in the sauce. But it's like the only reason you're relevant in life, you earn money, is because people follow you, and I feel like they take it for granted and they're just pricks. So I don't really like any of them. But I think Boris Bidjan Saberi would really look good on you. Yo, I'm going to make a video on BBS really soon. It's in my dashboard. I was telling people I have a dashboard of like 1,020 video ideas. And Boris is on that channel. How I actually found out about Boris Bidjan Saberi is the allotment store, which I've talked about, is they stock Boris Bidjan Saberi. And the first time I went in there like 2 years ago, that was the first time I saw it. I was like, yo, what's this? And then he kind of explained to me like what Boris Bidjan Saberi is. So I'm kind of like new-ish. Yeah, Boris Bidjan Saberi is sick, for sure, for sure. Yeah, it is my size as well, so yeah, facts. And it's a very underrated brand. Not enough people know about Boris, actually. Boris is kind of like CCP as well, like Carol Christian Powell, where they're those really niche. Actually, no, Boris isn't as niche as CCP, but still, they're like really niche brands. Someone needs to make a YouTube fashion streetwear convention so everyone can be in good terms. Yeah, it needs to be a bigger YouTuber because if I make one, no one's gonna even care. But personally, I don't. If we make a YouTube convention, there's some people I want to see, and then some other people that'll just piss me off because, yeah, like it'll be good to meet people who I've always watched, like Sanjeev, Galax, you know, especially like I'm talking about UK guys now, like Sick Mate, those sort of guys, Magnus Running, Unknown Vlogs, but people like Ari Petru, he's just gonna, nah man, nah. Just can't be asked, mate. Can't be asked. But no, I don't hate anyone personally. Now I'm just like talking about like how he like pushes himself on social media. He might be different in real life, so you never know. But yeah, maybe you should make a convention. Maybe you need to suggest that to bigger YouTubers though, like in America and in the UK, because there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not gonna lie, in America the YouTubers do like, what's it, SneakerCon or something like that, and they play basketball. They need to get me into one of those, man. I'll rep the UK, because these guys genuinely think we don't play basketball out here. And like I said, I almost went D1. So I'm 100% sure I'm better than most of those hoopers, those like sneaker basketball YouTubers. Maybe I need to contact Kais, give him buckets. Oh yeah, by the way, I've got some before I forget, I've got some basketball footage on my personal channel. If you want to see that, if you're interested in that, that's my personal channel. Let me just post it in the chat. I'm gonna post more basketball stuff onto that channel. Let's see. What's my IG? There you go. Posted it in the chat, my guy. I really need to stop this American accent, bro. I try my best, but I can't do an American accent. Maybe I need to spend some time in America and then I'll be able to impersonate people more. Okay, seems like everyone's done asking questions, so I'll probably hop off the live now. But yeah, if you're interested in the title of the video, which was how to grow on YouTube, that was literally at the start of this video, so when I post the live stream, just go back and watch it. Yeah, thank you for everyone who came on the live. Got some really good questions. It's nice to live stream. I always wanted to live stream like with every 1K subscribers I get, but I was busy when I hit 2K, so yeah, it's a bit of a myth. But yeah, so I'm just gonna answer a couple of questions and then ball out. Let's see, what's your opinion on 21 Savage from the UK? Bro, he's gonna be so lost in the UK. Like, he's gonna be so lost. I'm going to sleep, good stream, this was great. Yeah man, thanks for watching. About to ball out now. Stay tuned for the next videos. I'm probably gonna drop Paris Fashion Week recap, but it's gonna be loads of videos. It's not gonna be one Paris because there's too many brands that I want to cover. It might be like a series, so it might be in like 4 different different videos, but we'll see.